Have you ever caught a familiar scent and suddenly found yourself transported back in time? Maybe the smell of fresh cut grass reminds you of childhood summers, or a particular perfume makes you think of someone you haven't seen in years. Scent has a powerful connection to memory, and whether we realize it or not, we associate certain smells with people. But here's something interesting. Many people claim that older adults have a distinct scent. And if you've ever wondered, do older people really smell different? The answer is yes, but not for the reasons you might think. Let's talk about George. George is 72 years old, sharp as ever, and still active in his community. But recently, his granddaughter hugged him and made an innocent comment. "Grandpa, you smell different than you used to." She didn't mean anything bad by it, but George couldn't stop thinking about it. He showers every day, wears fresh clothes, and takes care of himself. So why would his scent change? If this has ever happened to you, or if you're a caregiver for an older adult, you might have the same question. First, let's clear something up. This isn't about hygiene. A lot of people assume that body odor in seniors comes from not bathing enough, but that's not true. The real reason older adults smell different has to do with chemistry, specifically something called 2-non-enol. This is a compound that increases as we age and is responsible for that subtle, musty scent sometimes associated with older people. It's completely natural and it has nothing to do with how often someone washes. In fact, some studies show that people in their 70s and 80s can have a fresher scent than those in their 40s or 50s, simply because younger people produce more sweat and oil. Here's where things get interesting. 2-non-enol forms when fatty acids in the skin break down due to oxidation. It's not something you can just scrub away in the shower because it's part of your skin's natural aging process. And it's not a bad thing, it's just different. The same way newborn babies have a signature baby smell, or teenagers often have a strong scent due to hormonal changes, older adults experience a shift in their body chemistry too. But that's just one piece of the puzzle. Have you ever noticed that what you eat affects how you smell? It's true. Diet plays a huge role in body odor. Spicy foods, processed meats, and fried foods can make body odor more noticeable because they contain compounds that seep out through your pores. On the other hand, eating fresh fruits, leafy greens, and drinking plenty of water helps neutralize odors. If you've ever spent time around someone who eats a lot of garlic, you know exactly what I mean. Let's go back to George. After his granddaughter's comment, he started paying attention to his diet. He realized that he had been eating a lot more processed snacks than he used to, and he decided to make a small change. He added more fresh vegetables to his meals, started drinking more water, and swapped out some of his usual snacks for nuts and yogurt. Within a few weeks, he noticed a difference. Not only did he feel better, but he also felt fresher. Another thing that can change body odor: medications. Many older adults take prescriptions for things like blood pressure, diabetes, or arthritis, and some of these medications alter body chemistry. Some drugs increase sweat production, while others affect how the liver processes fats and toxins. If you've recently started a new medication and noticed a change in body scent, that could be why. George hadn't considered this before, but after talking to his doctor, he learned that one of his medications could be affecting his natural scent. His doctor reassured him that it wasn't harmful, just something to be aware of. The good news? There are ways to manage it. Staying hydrated, eating a balanced diet, and using gentle, pH-balanced soaps can all help keep body odor in check. And speaking of soaps, let's talk about hygiene routines. As we age, our skin changes, becomes thinner, drier, and more sensitive. A lot of people think that showering more often will solve body odor, but here's the truth. Overwashing can actually make the problem worse. Harsh soaps and frequent scrubbing scrub away the skin's natural oils, which can cause even more odor as the body tries to overcompensate. Instead of washing too aggressively, the key is to adjust your routine, using mild moisturizing soap, gently exfoliating to remove dead skin cells, and keeping the skin hydrated can make a big difference. Another simple trick: switching to fragrance-free lotions. Scented lotions can mix with natural body oils and sometimes create a stronger smell instead of masking it. Now, here's something a lot of people overlook: clothing and laundry habits. Clothes trap odors, especially synthetic fabrics like polyester and nylon. These fabrics don't allow the skin to breathe, which means sweat and natural oils get trapped, leading to stronger odors over time. Natural fabrics like cotton and bamboo, on the other hand, allow for better air circulation and help wick away moisture. And it's not just about the type of clothing, it's also about how they're washed. If clothes aren't fully dried before being put away, they can develop a musty scent. Adding white vinegar to the laundry cycle can help neutralize lingering odors, and using baking soda as a natural deodorizer is another simple fix. George decided to test this out. He swapped some of his old synthetic shirts for cotton ones and started adding a bit of white vinegar to his laundry. It wasn't a huge change, but over time he noticed that his clothes smelled fresher for longer. So what's the takeaway here? Body odor changes with age, but it's not something to be embarrassed about. It's a natural part of life, just like getting wrinkles or gray hair. And the good news is there are easy ways to manage it. A few small changes, like adjusting your diet, staying hydrated, using gentle skincare, and choosing the right fabrics can make a big difference. If you've ever worried about this or noticed a change in yourself or a loved one, now you know why it happens and what to do about it. There's no need to feel self-conscious. Our bodies change, and that's okay. What matters most is feeling good, staying healthy, and living life with confidence. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever noticed a difference in body scent as you've gotten older? Or have you tried any of these tips? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights on aging, health, and wellness. One of the most surprising things about body odor is how much it connects to what's happening inside the body. Most people assume that smell is just about what's happening on the surface of the skin, but the truth is your body chemistry is shaped by what you eat, how you move, and even how you feel. Stress, for example, has a bigger impact on body scent than most people realize. When you're anxious or under pressure, your body produces more stress hormones, which in turn activates a different kind of sweat gland. Unlike the kind of sweat that cools your body down when you exercise, this type of sweat comes from deep within your body and contains more fats and proteins. When those mix with bacteria on the skin, the result is a much stronger, sometimes sharper odor. Think about the last time you were really nervous, maybe before a big event or an important conversation. You probably felt yourself sweating more, and if you paid close attention, you might even notice that the sweat smelled different. Now imagine that over time. The older we get, the more our bodies go through shifts in hormone levels, and that includes changes in how we handle stress. For some seniors, that can mean a slight increase in body odor, even if their hygiene routine hasn't changed at all. The good news is managing stress can also help manage scent. Simple relaxation techniques like deep breathing, light stretching, or even a daily walk can lower stress hormones and keep the body's chemistry more balanced. Another surprising factor that influences body odor is hydration. Most people don't drink enough water, and as we age, our sense of thirst naturally decreases. That means many older adults are slightly dehydrated without even realizing it. When the body doesn't have enough water, it struggles to flush out toxins effectively. Those waste products then have to find another way out, and often that means through the skin. Dehydration can make body odor stronger because instead of being filtered out through the kidneys and urine, certain compounds get released through sweat and breath. Drinking enough water isn't just about preventing thirst, it helps every system in the body function better, including the skin. When you're well hydrated, sweat is more diluted, and that makes any natural odors less noticeable. If you find yourself drinking less water than you used to, it might help to keep a bottle nearby and take small sips throughout the day. Eating foods with high water content like cucumbers, melons, and oranges can also help keep the body hydrated without needing to force down glass after glass of water. And then there's the role of fabrics. Most people don't realize how much of a difference clothing choices can make in how we smell. Synthetic fabrics like polyester, nylon, and spandex tend to trap heat and moisture against the skin, creating a perfect environment for bacteria to grow. That's why a shirt can seem fresh in the morning but feel damp and smell unpleasant by the end of the day. Natural fabrics like cotton, linen, and bamboo allow for better air circulation, helping the skin breathe and reducing the buildup of sweat and odor. How clothes are washed matters just as much. Detergents and fabric softeners can leave behind residue that holds on to odors even after a wash. Using white vinegar in the rinse cycle helps break down these residues and leaves clothes fresher for longer. And drying clothes completely before storing them prevents any musty or stale smells from forming, especially in humid climates. For seniors who struggle with mobility or find it harder to do laundry as frequently, choosing odor-resistant fabrics can be a game changer. Some modern fabrics are treated with antibacterial technology, which helps prevent odors from clinging to the material. Investing in a few high-quality breathable shirts can make a noticeable difference, especially for those who prefer to keep laundry days to a minimum. Personal care products also play a role in how we smell, but sometimes using too many can actually make things worse. Many deodorants and body sprays contain heavy fragrances that don't neutralize odor, they just cover it up. When these mix with the natural oils of the skin, they can sometimes create an even stronger scent. Instead of masking odors with overpowering perfumes, it's often more effective to focus on prevention, using pH-balanced soap, moisturizing the skin, and wearing clean, breathable clothes does more for natural freshness than spraying on layers of fragrance. Another small but powerful habit that makes a difference is changing pillowcases and bed sheets frequently. Skin cells, sweat, and natural oils build up on fabric over time, and because we spend so many hours sleeping, it's easy for those residues to transfer back onto the skin. Washing sheets at least once a week and using breathable pillowcases, like those made from bamboo or cotton, helps keep both the bed and the body feeling fresher. For anyone who wears dentures, oral hygiene plays a major role in overall scent as well. Food particles can get trapped, leading to bad breath that lingers throughout the day. Rinsing dentures after meals and soaking them overnight in a proper cleaning solution can prevent bacteria buildup and keep breath smelling fresh. Even for those without dentures, dry mouth can be an issue as we age. Saliva naturally helps wash away odor-causing bacteria, so staying hydrated and using sugar-free mints or lozenges can help stimulate saliva production and keep the mouth feeling clean. None of these changes require drastic effort, but together they can make a big impact. George learned this firsthand. After his granddaughter's innocent comment, he started paying closer attention to his daily habits. He swapped some of his usual snacks for fresh fruits, drank more water, and switched to cotton shirts. He adjusted his laundry routine and started using a gentler soap. Over time, he realized that feeling fresh wasn't about scrubbing harder or using stronger cologne. It was about small, intentional choices. The most important thing to remember is that changes in body odor are natural. Just like gray hair, wrinkles, and shifting energy levels, they're simply part of the aging process. There's no reason to feel embarrassed or self-conscious. Instead of worrying about what's different, it's more helpful to focus on what's within your control. Making small adjustments to diet, hydration, clothing, and hygiene can help anyone feel more comfortable and confident. And for caregivers, understanding these changes can lead to more compassionate support. Instead of assuming that an older loved one needs more frequent showers or stronger deodorant, recognizing the biological factors at play makes it easier to find solutions that actually work. Aging comes with plenty of changes, but it also brings wisdom, experience, and the ability to adapt. If you've ever noticed a shift in your own scent or in someone you care for, now you know why it happens and what can be done about it. It's not about fighting aging, it's about aging well. Feeling fresh, comfortable, and confident isn't about eliminating every natural change. It's about embracing them with smart, simple solutions that make life better. The idea that older adults smell different isn't just an observation. It's something that has been studied for years. Scientists have even tested whether people can identify age through scent alone, and the results are fascinating. In one study, participants were given sweat samples from different age groups and asked to guess how old the person was. Surprisingly, many people could correctly identify the scent of older adults. But here's what they didn't expect. Most rated the scent of seniors as milder and less unpleasant than that of younger adults. That's right. Despite the stereotype that aging causes stronger body odor, research shows that people in their 70s and 80s actually have a more neutral scent than those in their 40s or 50s. So where does the myth come from? A lot of it has to do with environmental factors. For example, older adults are more likely to live in spaces with less ventilation, where odors from cooking, laundry, and personal care products can linger. Homes that are closed up for long periods can trap smells in fabrics, carpets, and upholstery. And because our sense of smell dulls with age, it's easy for someone to become used to a scent they might not have noticed before. That's why small adjustments like opening windows for fresh air, using natural fabric refreshers, and keeping bedding clean can make a difference. It's not about masking anything. It's about creating a fresher living environment. Another reason body odor may seem different in seniors is the way skin changes over time. As we age, the outer layer of skin becomes thinner and the production of natural oils slows down. This affects how sweat interacts with bacteria on the skin. In younger people, sweat is often oilier and breaks down faster, creating a more noticeable scent. In older adults, sweat is less oily, which actually makes the odor less intense, but because 2-9-enol has a distinct musty smell, it can sometimes be more noticeable in close spaces. Hygiene routines also shift with age. Some people bathe less frequently, not out of neglect, but because dry skin becomes more sensitive to frequent washing. Traditional soaps and shampoos that worked fine in younger years may start to feel harsh, stripping away the little natural moisture the skin has left. That's why switching to gentle fragrance-free cleansers and applying a light moisturizer after bathing can help keep skin balanced and reduce any buildup of odor-causing compounds. Laundry habits play a big role too. Clothing, towels, and bedding hold on to scents, and fabrics made from synthetic materials tend to trap odors more than natural fibers. Washing clothes in hot water, adding baking soda or white vinegar to the wash cycle, and fully drying fabrics before putting them away prevents odors from lingering. For anyone who finds laundry difficult to keep up with, even small adjustments like rotating fresh clothes more often or using odor-neutralizing sprays on fabrics can help maintain a fresh, clean feeling without extra effort. What about deodorant? Many seniors find that as they age, they actually need it less than before. This is because the apocrine glands, the glands responsible for producing stronger smelling sweat, become less active with age. However, some people still prefer to use deodorant for a sense of freshness. The key is choosing one that works with aging skin. Some traditional antiperspirants contain aluminum-based compounds that block sweat, but for those with sensitive skin, a more natural deodorant made with baking soda or magnesium can be a gentler option. When it comes to fragrance, less is often more. Perfumes, colognes, and scented body sprays can mix with natural body chemistry in ways that either enhance or intensify a scent. Sometimes a heavy fragrance can do the opposite of what's intended. Rather than masking an odor, it amplifies it. A light spritz on clothing instead of directly on the skin, or opting for subtle, natural scents like lavender or citrus, can create a pleasant freshness without overwhelming the senses. One often overlooked cause of body odor is medication. Certain drugs, especially those for high blood pressure, diabetes, or hormonal imbalances, can change the way the body processes waste. Some medications cause more sweating, while others affect the liver or kidneys, which in turn alters body chemistry. Even vitamin supplements, particularly those high in B vitamins, can create a noticeable change in scent. If you've recently started a new medication and noticed a difference, it's worth mentioning to your doctor to see if adjustments can be made. Digestion plays a role in scent as well. When the body struggles to break down certain foods, compounds can be released through sweat and breath. This is why some people experience stronger odors after eating foods like garlic, onions, or heavily processed meals. Gut health is directly linked to body odor, and keeping digestion in balance through probiotics, fiber-rich foods, and plenty of water can support overall freshness. Even something as simple as movement affects how the body smells. Regular physical activity helps flush out toxins through sweat, keeping the body's natural scent balanced. On the other hand, a more sedentary lifestyle can sometimes lead to stronger body odors because waste products take longer to be expelled. Exercise doesn't have to be intense. A short daily walk, gentle stretching, or light activity can help the body regulate itself naturally. Another thing to keep in mind is oral health. As we age, saliva production slows down, and dry mouth can lead to bad breath. Saliva helps wash away bacteria that cause odors, so when there's less of it, bacteria multiply more easily. For those with dentures, keeping them clean is essential, as food particles trapped under the surface can contribute to lingering smells. Drinking water throughout the day, using a gentle mouthwash, and occasionally chewing sugar-free gum or mints can help maintain fresh breath. It's important to remember that aging isn't something to be fought. It's something to be understood. Our bodies change, and so does the way we interact with the world, including the way we smell. But instead of feeling self-conscious, the key is making small adjustments that support both comfort and confidence. There's no need for harsh chemicals or drastic measures, just practical, simple habits that align with what the body needs. George learned this firsthand. At first, his granddaughter's comment made him self-conscious, but after making a few small changes, he realized that feeling fresh wasn't about using more soap or stronger deodorant. It was about balance. He started drinking more water, eating fresher foods, choosing breathable fabrics, and paying attention to how his environment affected his scent. And what happened? He felt better, more comfortable, and more confident in his own skin. For anyone worried about changes in body odor, the most important thing to know is that it's natural. It's not a sign of poor hygiene, and it's not something to be embarrassed about. With a few mindful choices, it's easy to manage, and the result isn't just feeling fresher, it's feeling better overall. Aging comes with wisdom, experience, and perspective. And part of that wisdom is understanding that the body changes, but those changes don't have to be a source of worry. Instead, they can be an opportunity to adapt, to learn what works best, and to approach personal care in a way that supports both health and happiness. Feeling good isn't about fighting against nature, it's about working with it. So if you've ever noticed a shift in how you or a loved one smells, now you know why. It's not about being unclean. It's about biology, chemistry, and the natural rhythm of life. And the best part? A few simple, thoughtful changes are all it takes to feel fresh, comfortable, and confident at any age. Aging is a journey, and every stage of life brings new experiences, changes, and adjustments. The way our bodies evolve over time isn't something to fear, it's something to understand. The idea that older adults smell different has been misunderstood for too long. It's not about poor hygiene, and it's not something shameful. It's simply a natural result of biological changes, shifts in diet, medications, and lifestyle factors. And the good news, these changes are manageable with just a few simple habits. Hydration, fresh foods, breathable fabrics, gentle hygiene products, and proper airflow in living spaces all play a role in feeling fresh and confident. Instead of fighting against the body's natural shifts, embracing them with the right adjustments makes all the difference. Small, mindful choices like washing clothes in vinegar to remove odors or using moisturizing soaps instead of harsh cleansers can help maintain a sense of comfort and ease. The most important takeaway is this: no one should feel embarrassed about the way their body changes with age. It's part of life, just like gray hair, wrinkles, and wisdom. Rather than worrying, we can focus on what we can control: our health, our confidence, and the way we care for ourselves. Feeling fresh isn't about hiding who we are. It's about working with our bodies, making thoughtful adjustments, and embracing this stage of life with grace, self-assurance, and comfort. Because aging well isn't about resisting change. It's about making the best of it.